It's just, well, yesterday we came down here and we really worked on our offense. And you could tell the teacher that I am, we got off to a great start offensively, really digested that. But for our group to withstand that start, and I'm just so thrilled with how we guarded and rebounded. To out-rebound them by 15 and keep them off the offensive boards because they do that so well. Early in the game, it was hard because of their defense. Their defense is so good. So I'm thrilled for our group. It seems like we've been on the road a while to end this road trip with a win against these guys here. It's great, and we need some rest right now because we've been on a pretty hard stretch. I'm glad we don't play till Sunday.
Mike, you went on a 48-23 run after the technical. What did that do to your team?
Well, I don't know how much, is it premeditated? I was just so frustrated. I thought on some of our drives we were getting bumped a little bit, and, he probably could have thrown me out because I stayed after him and he looked away. So I thank him for that. But, sometimes that does change the vibe. And I don't know, for our group, we got some stuff in transition, though. Once we got a couple in transition, you went, whew, you got a deep breath. And then Jaron was really able to get off ball screens and do stuff. I thought Jaron and Eric, after the first 10 minutes, were fabulous. Second half, they were fabulous, controlling the tempo. And the last 7 minutes, we were burning and getting great stuff at the end of the clock.
Mike, down 19-3 in the huddle. Do you just tell the team, are you guys ready to play? What do you tell the team? What's the next?
Yeah, I didn't talk to him much because I was a raving lunatic, through most of that time out after that technical. But I think they talked to themselves, and one thing I kept telling them was, look, we are defending pretty well. Just hang on in there. We are defending pretty well, and we're only giving them one shot. So we're going to get a spurt here. And for us to be where we were at halftime, was it 4 at half? 3 at half? Are you kidding me? After where we were, we felt great being at 3 at half. So that that's a moral victory going in at halftime.
Jared, when you're down by that much, how do you take it possession by possession? Is it difficult to take it possession by possession when you have so much to make up?
Yeah, it's tough, but guys just said keep playing defense. They only had 19 points, so guys just said we're getting the looks. We just got to keep playing defense, and we did that, and we got in transition and got some good looks, and those 2 quick threes by Pat just really got us our confidence back.
Like you guys did it with rebounding, even when you were down by 16, you still had an edge in rebounding. Did you sense the bigger that gap would get, that was something you could have?
I really challenged our guys. I said, in this stretch, since we lost Scott Martin, we're now, I think, 6-2. The 2 games we lost, Syracuse and Providence, we weren't physical enough on the front line. And now the 6 games we won, we have been very physical, and I challenged them to get back to that. And I thought our bigs did it, but everybody rebounded. It's like for him he got 5. I think Eric got 4. Pat got some big rebounds. It was one of those. You had to scratch it out that way. So you felt eventually, as long as they're not getting second shots, you're going to be able to make a run at this thing.
Mike, if you're down 19-3, 13 minutes in the game, 14 minutes in the game. The 2 straight threes, then you call the timeout, you run out the court, and kind of.
I was just trying to keep our guys fired up because you know what? That felt like we tied it, quite frankly. And it really, the climate changed in the building. The vibe changed, our body language changed, and we were able to get a few things offensively that kind of set the tone for us in the second half to have some offensive confidence.
Jared, when you made that 3 to go up 29-28 for the first time in the game, did you sense, because it had been such a long climb back, that their shoulders kind of slumped a little bit more than it had been a back and forth game to that point?
Yeah, for sure. Once I hit that 3, I kind of got my confidence back, and the team was really hyped because we finally got a lead, and after that, from then on, it was just back and forth, and then we played defense and we figured that we could win the game.
Jaron, did you ever have like a moment there in the first half when you're down so big, it's almost like Louisville all over? Just go play and see what happens.
Yeah, we were playing defense. Our defense was getting stops, and our captains Jack and Eric just kept telling us to play defense, and eventually the offense was going to come because we were getting good looks.
Was there ever a thought after the Providence game, and then to start this game like that, like, here we go again, and how do we get out of it?
No, we have a mature team. We moved on from the Providence game. In the Big East, once you take a loss, you have to bounce back, and I think we did that pretty well tonight.
I thought that.
I don't know if there's a definitive answer, Mike, but what is it about Pitt? It just seems like lately you guys can't lose to them.
Well, they owned us for a while there, and I think it's a cycle in this league. You know, they flat out were thumping us for a while, and you know, I guess we're in a good rhythm against them right now. It's all when you play people and matchups and everything, but I try not to overanalyze that too much, because as soon as you do, then you lose 4 in a row, you know, to the team you just maybe beat 4 in a row.
Jared, what did the team get a lift for this technical? I mean, was there any kind of tangible feeling that way?
I mean, we just knew Coach I had our back. We always knew that he knew we had a chance. You know, down 19-3, that we still could play defense and we'll still get back in the game.
At one point, it looked like towards the end of the first half, you were struggling a little bit. Your shot wasn't falling. You looked in your stands, your dad was saying, keep shooting, keep shooting. Did you see him? Did you catch that message from him? Did you need that reminder, or is that something you're pre-programmed to do anyway?
I mean, I don't look in the crowd much, but I did catch a glance of him, and it was just, Coach Brey tells me to keep shooting all the time, so I don't need that message from my dad, but it was all good.
Mike, are these big wins later in the season sweeter because of momentum going
Yeah.
into the Big East tournament?
They really are. And you know what? Starting with Saturday, I looked at our schedule down the stretch, and I'm going, and again, we got 8 league wins before tonight. I'm going, where do we get the rest of the wins? I mean, these are really, so to get any of these left, I'm thrilled. And to get a road win for this group, to get a road win like this, I think it's huge.
You guys still feeding off the overtime win last week? Is that?
You know what? I tell you, I think it certainly helped our confidence. There's no question. To be through all of that stuff can only make you more mentally tough. I think we grew a lot from that, but we're also pretty tired. When you think about this segment starting and going through the physicality of this game and travel, I'm glad we don't play now for 2 games in 10, 11, 12 days. We need a little break.
Like, how big was not giving up 1 3-pointer? I don't think that's ever happened.
Yeah. We felt we could help off some guys. I thought we did a good job knowing where the shooters were when we played zone for a little bit. We got out to shooters, but for the most part, we were really out and we made them a 2-point shooting team. And if they're just scoring 2s against you, it's hard to get away from you too much. You can always have a chance to, to kind of close it if they're not making 3s.